and welcome to episode 8 of the Terrinique Show. Today we're going to talk about, is your hair dehydrated or dry? How to know the difference. There are a lot of misconceptions, or we use the words interchangeably. We say, is our hair dry or is it dehydrated? And there is actually a difference. So today we're going to explore the difference between having dry hair and having dehydrated hair. So dehydrated hair is hair that has lost its moisture. We know that water is the #1 moisturizer, and just like when we are dehydrated, we exhibit, symptoms of feeling tired, or our skin gets dry, our lips get dry, and we need to replenish ourselves by drinking water. The hair also becomes dehydrated. So dehydrated is when your hair is lacking moisture or water. So we're going to use moisture and water interchangeably. So that would give you an idea of if your hair is dehydrated, meaning that it is lacking water. If your hair is dry, it is dry because of excessive exposure to chemicals like relaxers or dyes, hair dyes, or heat. So dry hair is usually the cause of excessive chemical exposure or damaged hair. So those are the main differences between, is my hair dehydrated or dry? Dehydrated being my hair lacks water, dry being my hair is over processed because it's been exposed to a lot of chemicals. So there are ways to tell if your hair is dehydrated. For example, if your hair is dehydrated, you can look at it and tell. Your hair will look dull. It won't it won't shine. It would just look dull, and you'll be like, okay, something is wrong. I need to put some oil, or I need to shampoo it and then do a deep conditioning treatment. So the look test is #1. After the look test, you can do the touch test. So touch your hair and does it feel rough? If it feels rough, that's an indication that it is dehydrated. And you can know if your hair is dry because you'll know, have I been using chemicals on my hair? And that is why my hair looks the way it does, why it looks rough or why it looks dull. So you can understand if your hair is dry or if it is dehydrated. After you do the look and the touch test, you want to do the spring back test. Excuse me. So if you have curly hair and your curls don't spring back, so if you can see, I'm pulling my hair, right? I'm pulling my hair straight and it springs back. That means that my hair is elastic. Elasticity means that your hair is moisturized. It is not dry. Or dehydrated. If your hair is dry or dehydrated, it won't spring back when you pull it. So it won't have like that bounce, right? So those are ways to tell if your hair is dehydrated and needs to be treated. So we know what causes dry hair and we know what causes dehydration. So how do we stop this? The first thing you need to assess is a healthy hair regimen. A healthy hair regimen, for example, if you are going to use hair dyes, if you're going to highlight, if you're going to bleach your hair, then before you decide to do that, you have to understand that if you do not take proper care of your hair will break and you will experience split ends and you will experience shedding. So just establish that, hey, if I'm gonna dye my hair, if I'm gonna bleach my hair, then I need to have a proper routine in place. What does a proper routine look like? Cleansing. Cleansing, number one, use a cleansing agent in the form of a shampoo. There are clarifying shampoos, which are stripping. So those strip the hair, and those are needed if you have excessive buildup. And then there are moisturizing shampoos, those that cleanse the hair but do not strip it of its natural oils. So you want to establish your hair routine with first a cleanser. We can't get away from this, guys. No co-washing, cleanse. We need to cleanse because we need to remove all of the dandruff, the dirt, the debris, the product buildup, the hard water buildup from the scalp, so that our scalp is able to breathe. And if our scalp is able to breathe, then our hair is able to grow freely without having the blockage. When your scalp isn't able to breathe, what happens is you get dandruff, you get redness, soreness on the scalp. That's because there's buildup of bacteria, of fungi, of debris on the scalp. A cleanser gets rid of all of that dirt and bacteria and allows your scalp to breathe properly. Secondly, a cleanser takes away excess oils and excess buildup from the hair strands, which allows the moisture, which we talked about initially, water, to get into the hair. So you want to establish a cleansing routine, whether you want to do it once a week or you want to do it every week and a half. Please wash your hair. Secondly, you want to establish a deep conditioning routine. If you have dry hair that has been exposed to chemicals, I recommend using a protein deep conditioner at least once a month. If you have a busy schedule, once a month is the minimum that I recommend using a protein deep conditioner. So what a protein deep conditioner does is it restores the strength of the hair, and it makes the hair stronger from the chemicals that have stripped away at the cuticle. So you want to use a protein restorative deep conditioning treatment. We have a great one. It's called our honey ginger protein deep treatment. It is made from honey, ginger, peppermint, and quinoa. And it is great for restoring your hair back to its natural luster and natural shine. If you have been using excessive heat styling, if chemicals and hair dyeing, it's great for that. If you have dehydrated hair, I recommend using a moisturizing deep conditioning treatment. What a moisturizing deep conditioning treatment does is exactly what the name says. It restores the moisture back into the strands so that your hair is now hydrated. I would recommend doing a moisturizing deep conditioning treatment every 2 weeks. Whether you have dehydrated hair or dry hair, you can't go wrong with a moisturizing deep conditioning treatment. So first we talked about cleansing, and then we talked about deep conditioning. After you establish your rhythm for how you're gonna deep condition your hair, then you always wanna follow up with a conditioner. So you rinse out conditioner. After you rinsed out your deep conditioner, you wanna use a conditioner to rinse out the deep conditioner. Well, rinse the deep conditioner out first and then use a conditioner to detangle your hair and restore moisture. You can't have enough moisture in the hair when you have curly hair, that is. After you have rinsed out your conditioner, then you want to add a leave-in conditioner. What leave-in conditioners typically do is they allow the hair to be more manageable, so it's easier to detangle. So they provide lots of slip so that your fingers or your detangling brush easily glides through the hair to detangle away knots and, you know, that mattiness of the hair. So you've applied your leave-in conditioner, and after that, after your leave-in conditioner, you want to seal in the moisture, whether you have dehydrated or dry hair, with an oil blend. What an oil blend does is it seals in the moisture from the leave-in conditioner and doesn't allow the moisture to come out of the strands. It traps the moisture. And the added benefit of an oil blend is to provide shine and elasticity. So that is how you would prep your hair for staying healthy, for staying hydrated. Using a cleanser first to get rid of dirt, using a deep conditioning treatment to restore the moisture, to restore your hair, then using a leave-in conditioner for detangling and moisture, and an oil blend to seal in that moisture. And then you can move on to whichever stylers you want to use, whether it's gels, whether it's foams, whether it's creams, it's up to you. But that is the foundation to restoring dry hair and to keeping the hair hydrated. Hydrated hair means that you will retain length, because we know that the ends of the hair, so the ends of the hair they are the oldest part of the hair, and they are more exposed than the root of the hair. So by establishing a routine to keep the hair moisturized, what you'll essentially do is retain the ends, and also incorporating trims. You decide how regularly you want to get trims, and you can easily see if your hair needs to be trimmed during wash day. When you are detangling the sections, you can look at the section and see, okay, my ends look really raggedy. I have a lot of split ends. I need to get a trim. That's how you can determine if you need to get a trim. So incorporate a trim in your regimen. I'm not gonna provide a timeline as far as trims because it's really up to you. But you need to get your hair, your ends trimmed to get away, to take off any of the dry, frayed ends. Another tip to look for when, hydrating your hair or trying to restore your hair back from being dry and damaged is the products that you use. For example, hydrating products will have water as the first ingredient in the ingredient statement. So how an ingredient statement works is whatever's the most in the product will be the first listed. So you want to look for conditioners that have water as the first ingredient, because those will be hydrating products. Products that seal in moisture will not have water as the first ingredient or water in it at all. So oils, if you see an oil blend, it's a sealant, so it will have just oils in the ingredient list. So you know that does not provide moisture. If a product does not have water in it, it means that that product does not provide moisture. Water is the #1 moisturizer. So that is the ingredient you need to look for when choosing a conditioner. A leave-in conditioner, a rinse out conditioner, or a deep conditioner. Water is the #1 ingredient. Followed by water, you want to look for, does your leave-in conditioner or your conditioner have oils in it or butters? Those are great ways to get the water in and also help keep the water in by sealing it. So that's a tip that you can use when choosing your product, like what product you're gonna use for hydrating your hair, or if your hair is dry. My suggestion, if you want to retain length, is to stay away from chemicals as much as possible. But if you absolutely want to get highlights in your hair, then you need to use a protein treatment, and you need to keep your hair moisturized. A great way also to keep your hair moisturized is to get a spray bottle. You can get a spray bottle. You can just use water in the spray bottle, and then after you spray your hair with water every day or every other day, like I spray my hair every day with water, and then I'll use the Thirsty Curls leave-in conditioner on my hair with the Kurlee Tropical Oils blend, or I'll use our Bahamas Glow hair and scalp strengthening oil on my hair. So every day you want to be adding moisture to the hair, and then either sealing it with an oil or using a conditioner. Those are very important. And if you have chemically treated hair, you cannot get past this step. There's no way. You have to do the moisturizing step every day if you want to keep your hair. I mean, it's just that simple. So establish a moisture routine, one that fits into your busy schedule, one that's easy to do, and that's just having a regular spray bottle with water, lightly spraying your hair every day, using a leave-in conditioner that is water-based, and putting an oil, a light oil on top of the leave-in conditioner to seal in the moisture. Great oils for sealing in moisture is castor oil. Castor oil is very good. You can use coconut oil. Also avocado oil is also really, really good. And jojoba oil. I love jojoba oil. Like, I stand by jojoba oil. It's my go-to oil to use, and it's also good for like massaging it into the scalp. So those are my tips for managing dehydrated hair versus dry hair. Also, one last tip is, if you are experiencing dryness or your hair is dehydrated, protecting your hair at night is one of your best defenses against losing moisture or further damaging the hair. It is so important to protect your hair. I can't say it enough. If you don't like to wear bonnets, or you don't like to wear head scarves at night, then I recommend getting a silk or satin pillowcase, because that fabric does not take the moisture out of the hair. It allows your hair can rub up against that fabric, so a silk or satin fabric, and your hair won't be stripped of its moisture. We do have a silk and satin pillowcase at KurleeBelle.com, so you can check us out if you're interested. But if you are perfectly fine with wearing bonnets, then find a silk or satin bonnet and put that on at night. For me, I don't like to wear bonnets as much or headscarves, so I would prefer a pillowcase. And it's just a preference, because I don't like anything like on my head like that's tight, or if I sweat at night, I don't want to be anything on my head to make me hot. So I prefer a pillowcase. So you may prefer a pillowcase, get a pillowcase. If not, wear a bonnet if you're comfortable with that, or wear a headscarf. But you must protect your hair at night, especially if you've done the look test, the touch test, and the spring test, and you find that your hair is dehydrated, or you've been using chemicals and your hair is dry. You need to protect it by using a bonnet, a pillowcase, or a scarf at night. I hope that these tips were helpful for you, and I hope that these will be very like a fundamental step in your hair care journey in retaining length and retaining healthy hair. Thank you for tuning in.